Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We get a list of 10 properties on the Toronto system, 2 more on the Oakville-Milton system. And if you want to come on a tour of homes, there's a link just over on the side there. It takes about 2 hours to come on tour. Typically, we're seeing between probably 3 to 5 properties, depending on location. We try and cater it to the people who are on the tour. So in other words, if you're looking for condos, we're not going to take you out in the country. And what we try and do is really just give you a sense of what your price range offers you, sometimes the different neighborhoods or styles of home, maybe some of the different layouts, because really in certain parts of Milton, there's only really 3 or 4 different kinds of Mattamy houses. So if you know those models, you're in a much better position. It's not about finding the perfect home. It's just about finding more information and getting educated so that when the time comes for you to shop, you're going to be a lot better prepared. Probably the biggest problem we're seeing today with home buyers in 2014 is they're spending way too much time online and not enough time in person. And so what's happening is they're waiting until they see the perfect one online, and then they'll go see it, and then they may like it, and then they don't have any context or any way to tell, even in their own mind, if it's a good deal. Or they'll go and they'll realize very quickly that it's not the deal that they thought they were. It wasn't the kind of layout or anything. And if they were prepared, they would have actually saved time when they were in the shopping phase. So lots of benefits. It's over there. We run them 7 days a week, oftentimes multiple times per day. Let's get to the list. There's 3 of them. They all have the same 4 shots. So there's 1419 Costigan. It's the new Ambassador building. That must be the party room. I guess that's what it is. Here's the thing. It probably isn't, but it kind of looks like a jail inside. I don't know if I love the way the building looks just from those pictures. Anyway, this one's a 1+1. It's 800 square feet. There's another one for $1,000 more, which is 744 square feet. It's smaller, but it's on the penthouse level. Not really sure if there's any differences there because you don't have any photos beyond the 4 that we just saw. And then there's one for 1,033 square feet for $359. $225 on maintenance fees from the time it's built, right? So you know they're going to go up. Here's the thing. You go over to GreenLife, you buy the condo we have for sale for $350, and then you can pay $50 an extra, so you're at $365. You get 2 parking spots, same as this one at $359. Your condo fees right away drop by $150, and I might even argue that GreenLife is the best built building in all of Milton. The condo fees are very stable. And if you read the thing that we sent out last week, there's 20 really good reasons to buy in the GreenLife building. I'm a big fan of them. Anyway, so I think there's better value out there. McCandless is at $389. It's 1,130 square feet plus a finished basement. Don't know if I love the photos here. I mean, okay, great. There's a fireplace, right? Oh, great. There's a desk. It almost looks like a Kijiji ad. And we've talked about that with some properties. That's not a good angle for the kitchen. You can tell there's nice cupboards, but it doesn't really represent the actual space. Hardwood floors on both levels. There's a lot of nice things about this one. I think it's priced really well. There was a bit of a lower sale than what I would have expected that happened recently for these homes, so it's kind of caused them to come down a little bit. And then what you see in the background here is the sloping berm, and there's train tracks right behind. So you're a couple doors down from the train tracks on McCandless. And I don't know what that's about. But anyway, $389 is the price. I think it actually looks pretty good compared to what else is out there. Excuse me. Pettigrew Trail is $409. Semi-detached, 1565 square feet. Nice finishes, open concept kitchen. You can work with those cabinets. It's real wood cabinets. You can stain them dark, and it's not tremendously difficult. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. California shutters. I think this is a good deal. For $409, you're seeing townhouses smaller than this that are listing, and it's on the good part of Pettigrew. It's not really facing anything like Thompson. Cargill Path is $418. Here's a perfect example. 1370 square feet, and it's nice inside. It's probably a little more upgraded than the previous one, but I would rather take something like Pettigrew compared to this size, semi-detached, and I can always make little tweaks in there. If you even said you had $10,000 to work with, that's a fair bit. It's nice inside here. I know it's going to attract attention because you've got the upgraded counters. The kitchen is an upgrade, changed out the builder mirror. And the backyard is nice too. I mean, if you're somebody who likes to entertain outside, look at this here. But I look at this and say it's not really that much different than the one that we saw listed, I think it was about a week ago. I think it's sold now, but it was at $409. It was the same model as this. Mitchell is $469. And there's one on Shepherd. I think it's still for sale, but the one on Shepherd, same model as this, 4-bedroom finished basement, sides onto green space, big pie-shaped lot. I would take Shepherd over this, but I still think this one compares pretty well. There's a lot of semis that have come out, and I think they're kind of plain. They're not really that spectacular, and so something like this has had a lot of work done in it. I would definitely change the hood fan above here. I think it's a good idea to make that match the rest of the appliances, but it's a good looking home. It's got a nice open concept kitchen and family room. There's your basement there. Awesome stuff. I really like this one. I think it's a great property. Sauve, I'll show you on the GIS map. So Sauve it's somewhere around here, 679. It's going to face residential high density. There, I believe there's a condo that's going to be built here. You've got some green space around here. It's right Darien 4th line. Irma Colson's just around the corner here, which I like. I just do my homework about this right here. And beyond that, 2,100 square feet. I would rather, I'd rather go with something like the previous one, which is 1717 square feet plus a finished basement. I just think there's sort of more long-term, and you're getting a semi. This is a townhouse. And we've got two larger ones here. Reese Court is 26. It's a little under 2,700 square feet. I don't know if I love the finishes inside. I think there's some nice upgrades underneath, but I think that these little valances on top of the windows are kind of throwing the whole thing off. And they use a lot of them too. There's wallpaper, a couple little staging tricks, and I think they would have really been better off. I mean, they've got nice light fixtures, they've got some nice finishes in here, but I find it just gets sabotaged by some of the details. It's on a big size lot too. It's 50 by 100, which is about as big as you can get from Mattamy. You can find wider, but you're not going to find as deep. And then this one on Winter is actually on the same size property. It's a little bit wider, I think, because it's on the Crescent, but it's basically on the 50-foot series. This is a Stanbury. Mattamy made these as one of their model homes on Brothers Crescent. So you've got a front sort of combined living dining, plus there's a little bit of a parlor just off to the side there. Family room, some of them step down, some of them are just straight across. Kitchen's right across from the family room. You have a breakfast area with a big high ceiling, a big 2-story ceiling. Master with a sitting area. And then you've got 4 bedrooms upstairs. So they probably put the loft. There's a few different configurations upstairs. It almost looks like there's not a lot of actual grass here. And I think that it's always a good idea to have some grass in your backyard. There are some buyers that actually prefer none, but for the most part, people with kids want to have a little bit of a space for them to drive around, or not drive around, for them to walk around. Yeah, it says there's an in-ground pool here, but I don't see anything. There was nothing really in the pictures. So again, don't trust all the listing information. Make sure you do your diligence, and if you have a great agent, you can ask them to look into it too. So there's a duplicate here of Winter Crescent on the second link, but the one I wanted to show you was this one on Wrigglesworth. I like this model a lot. I think it's got a nice look in the front. It's an Aristo Livingston. It's had a lot of work done in it. Iron pickets. It's 3 stories, so you actually have a loft up on the 3rd level, which can be a great home office. It can be a great place for. I almost see it's like a finished basement above on top of the house versus undergrade. This is a handy little room just off the kitchen, and not many people show them in the pictures, but you can have a homework area, you can have a hobby room, and it's connected enough to the rest of the house that it can come in extremely handy. Nice finishes and upgrades here. You can even see some extra little lights beside the mirror. It's very well done. And it has that thing that there's the loft upstairs, set up a lot like a finished basement. Imagine that. And then you also have the green space behind, and a bit of water is, I think, even better than just normal green space. So I really like this one. The home without all the extra stuff, I think, is probably floating at a minimum of high 6s anyways. You add the green space plus the finishes, and you're looking very good. This is one of my favorites that I've seen at least in the last couple weeks. So if you have any questions, just give us a call. And again, join us on a tour. Maybe we throw Wrigglesworth in the tour if you're looking for that. We've got another good one on Reese that 3,800 square feet, looks like a model home. So anyway, if you have any questions, let us know. Talk to you later.